guys, Tracy from Purple Cats Quilting. Welcome to the sewing studio today, where I am sharing the brand new robe that I've just made with Tula Pink Minky. Tula Pink Minky is brand new with Tabby Robe. It's made by Free Spirit Fabrics. It's beautiful, soft, plush, great for backing a quilt, but I just had to try making a robe with it. I just love how it sews, and we're just going to talk about getting a pattern. The pattern that I've used today is by Jalie, and it's the Robe pattern. I will put a link under the YouTube video for you to take you to that website. It's what they call a PDF pattern, which means that you're going to print it yourself. We're going to talk about the different steps. When you get a pattern like this, she has all the sizes from size 2 to like 22 on the pattern. So we're going to talk about how you print out your pattern, how you use it. First of all, I just want to show you the robes. This is the adult robe. I made a few modifications. I added, rather than a wraparound tie, I have one off to the side. So I've made that out of Tula Pink ribbon. We'll talk about that. I've also put this tie on the inside here so that it closes and stays closed. So I've used some ribbon to finish off my seams inside. So this is the basic pattern with just a couple modifications. I really like how you can tie it up and it doesn't fall open. I plan on using this, well, think quilt retreats, when you walk around in your pajamas all the time. Talk about glam jams with this beautiful Tula Pink Minky. So I've also made a few of them for my grandkids. This is a size 5, and I love playing with the different combinations. We've got the Tula Pink Tabby Robe with the little palms here, the little belts I made, added a little bit of ribbon on there. I don't have a serger. You don't need a serger. Cuddle or Minky does not fray, so I left my seams open. You can zigzag them if you want. I did bind a couple, just kind of like a bag making technique where you bind it with ribbon or fabric. So you could do that too if you want to enclose your seams, but you don't need to worry about them fraying, anything like that. Now this robe, I actually lined it with fabric. I wasn't sure if I wanted to try that. I think it'd be really nice lined with cotton sateen, like that Tula Pink wide back, if you want to make a glam robe. I just thought I'd try it. I feel like this Minky is suitable for everyday use, and it's nice and lightweight, makes a really nice kids robe. And I really like it. I didn't line mine, I just finished off the seams. So we've got different combinations. There it is. So when you go to the Jalie.com website, they're a Canadian designer. You buy your pattern, it's printable as a PDF, which means that you will get a downloadable copy and it will print out on a whole bunch of sheets. You can print it on your printer at home, which is nice because you can get started right away. You can also, there's also a print shop copy. If you're close to a place like Staples, you could take it and get it printed. I just did mine at home. So what happens is you get this great big piece of paper that you tape together with all the pattern pieces on it. So I've actually got mine here, and then I've cut them up into individual patterns. So this is what it is. So because there's so many different sizes now on this pattern, you don't want to cut this out because I use size 5 there. I'm making an extra small ladies and mine's an extra large ladies. What you really want to do is you want to get something. I use Pattern-Ease, and I traced the size onto the Pattern-Ease and cut it out, and then I save it in a bag. So this is my bag with the extra small size. This is my bag that has all the pattern pieces for the size 5. This is the extra small. This is Evie. I even wrote on it because, of course, I'm making 3 different sizes and 5 different robes. It's good to just keep them organized. This is a great way to do it. So you lay your Pattern-Ease over your pattern and you trace out the size you want. You label it. Then you can tuck away your pattern and you save it so that it stays good. I do that for all my patterns, even ones that I buy commercially. So you trace out your pattern. You're going to mark. This is a very simple pattern. There's a couple notches that you cut out. When you're cutting with Cuddle, it has a nap. So you can actually rub it the wrong way, and you can tell. You're going to use your straight of grain, which is your salvages, Then you're going to find the top of your fabric. When it's printed with cats, we know that the top is the top of their head. We want to make sure we have directional fabric. We lay our pattern pieces on it like that. If you don't know or you're not sure, you've cut a piece off like this. The way that you tell is you rub along the fabric. So soft, this would be the top because you're rubbing down and it's smooth. The other way is against the nap, it's called. It's almost like velvet. So that's just one little trick for dealing with it. Somebody else emailed me, is it really dirty? Is there lots of little, I call it minky poo all over the sewing room? There is a little bit. Get your little handheld vacuum or just sweep it up after. It's not bad at all. It's totally worth it for this product. It is such a beautiful, lightweight, smooth, silky feel. Totally worth a little bit of minky poo. I cut it. I used a sharp rotary cutter. When I'm cutting, I actually take my ruler and I lay my pattern piece on my minky. I make sure it's directional, double check before, and then I lay my ruler out. And if there's any long straight edges, I just take my rotary cutter and I cut. In the olden days, we used to pin all our pieces on. Now you can also use your little pattern weights that you made where you just drop them on your pattern. If you have scissors and you want to cut it that way, I use my great big 9.5-inch shears. Those are LDH scissor shears, and you can cut along your table like that. But really, a rotary cutter nowadays will cut everything except your fine corners to cut in. What else? Oh, one of the things when I'm hemming, a couple little tips and tricks working with Minky, is it's slippery on this side, right? I used Bianni's two-sided tape, and that's how I hemmed it. So I would take the tape and run it along here because I got that big long hem at the bottom, and then I folded it up and then I stitched it. It held everything in place, nothing moved. It was great. Annie's two-sided tape, that's 1/8 inch wide. Worked really, really good. Another thing that you'll see a lot of embellishment on my robe, because this is kind of my robe. It's going to be mine for a long, long time, forever. I added a little bit of Renaissance ribbons, Tula Pink Tabby Road ribbon. That's how I made my belt. I actually put fabric on the back side because this ribbon is open. It's got the open weave on one side. I put fabric on the back, almost like a flat fold, like a four-fold, like for bag making. So I put that on the back. This is the ribbon that I used on the inside. I didn't bother covering the back because it's not going to get rubbed or be seen. But there's lots of really pretty ribbons that you can finish with. What else? If you wanted to bind your seams inside your thing, you could use this Bianni's fold over and just cover it there. But again, unless you're using cotton that would fray, I don't think it's really, really necessary. So what else? Oh, I'll just show you here. Here I've got Evie's robe, my granddaughter Evie's robe cut out. Now I'm making her an extra small, ladies extra small. So you can see that I've got the pattern cut out here. I laid it onto the fabric. This is the front piece. I actually did kind of fussy cut a little bit my kitties. So now this robe actually calls for a pocket. But I didn't put a pocket on mine. I could have put side pockets, but I thought that would just ruin the shape of it. The pattern calls for a pocket that you put on the front. You could put a pocket on the front. I didn't want to mess with the kitties. One of the construction techniques in the pattern is you take this Minky and you fold it over. That's where you could use your two-sided tape again, and then you top stitch it on here. An old technique that I used from back in my sewing days is you take a piece of the Minky and a piece of cotton, you put them right sides together, you stitch around the outside, you leave an opening, you flip it, and then you top stitch it. So now I have a two-sided pocket to go on there that I don't have to worry about getting those curved edges tucked in there, and then I can just either put it on like that or put it on like that. So that's a cool little tip. What else? So again, when I was playing with them, I made the front and the back the pink. I just love this little fur ball, it's called. And so it really does add a nice accent to the main print. So there you go. Tula Pink Tabby Road Minky. The pattern tells you how many meters that you need. We have bundles of 1 meter and 2 meters bundled up. We'll be looking for pictures of your project, Purple Cats Quilting, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Have a great day.